We wheel them and we turn them and we rock them and we sound them and we tempo them and laughs the rhythm sweet.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Rhythm Suite. I'm your host Felicia Renee, and today we are here with a 3-year-old phenom whose love for reggae music has really put him on the map. Welcome back, guys. We're sitting here with Jabari and Sue Sadler. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
So listen, let's jump right in. Myles is amazing.
Thank you.
How did you get him there?
It was a combination of both of us.
Yeah.
In the womb, he listened to a lot of reggae.
Mm-hmm.
Both of our roots are in
Reggae,
Reggae,
compa,
Caribbean
African music, Caribbean music, Spanish music.
And so when she was riding in the car, pregnant with him, we always blast music.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yes, because he would
Really?
move around a lot, and the only way I can get him to calm down while I'm driving was to play Bob or compa. And then
In the womb?
In the womb.
Wow.
And he would
Well,
just
we
sit-
already play a lot of that music anyway, and play it loud anyway.
Yeah.
So it made no difference whether she was pregnant or not. We were still blasting music.
Right.
But once we started doing it and he got bigger, you saw him react to the music
in the belly.
womb.
Yeah.
And then once he was born, again, we just live our lives the way we live it. I grew up with my family listening to a lot of reggae from a baby. My dad was in a reggae band. They would bring me to rehearsals, bring me to shows. So it's natural for me. It's not like anything, oh, let's go put on some bobs because we know it's conscious and we're gonna raise our baby that way. It's just we live that life.
It's part of the culture.
We live that
Right,
music,
yeah.
we play that music. It's natural for us, and he's just a seed that was planted and now he's just growing, coming up into the music.
Okay, so you guys are playing the music and that's just what it is. But then kids don't always react or
to it.
respond the way
Yeah.
that Myles did. When did that start for him?
Yeah, that's
He
a
was
good
like
that's a good question. When
year and a half?
I remember he was at daycare and I remember picking him up. He couldn't even really speak yet, but I remember riding in the car playing certain songs, either a Taurus Riley song or a Bob Marley song, and I pulled my phone out and the music stopped. He would keep humming the melody.
Really?
You know all
At-
the words, but didn't speak.
At 10 months old, 11 months old, he would hum the melody. And then I would ask him, you want to hear that? And I'd put it back on and he'd say, yeah. And then he would just start singing along and it was like, okay. So then we come in the house and we put a projector screen on the wall and we would hook the computer up to it and play videos, YouTube videos, and we would just put on Bob Marley just because we liked the music. And we noticed him grabbing things and pretending it was his microphone.
And I said, well, let me just go ahead and get him a real microphone.
Right.
And then he would always grab his older brother's guitar. It was always too big for him. So, well, let me get him a guitar his size.
But
Lo and
we never
behold,
thought of it that it would go viral. or anything.
Right.
She would record him and send it to her friends, and we would just laugh about
Just
it.
a proud mom.
Yeah.
recording it.
we
Right,
didn't
right.
think anything of it.
You're right.
Yeah, and one of the very first viral videos, he was still in a diaper. He's probably 11 months old, barely walking, and he's got a Band-Aid on his thigh, and he's singing into it's a toy, but the top of it is shaped like a microphone. So in his mind, it's a
It's a
microphone.
mic, right?
She posted it on her Facebook page and it just
Took
spread.
off.
Yeah.
And we were
Oh
like,
my
wow.
goodness.
Then you look up and it was Ashton Kutcher posting it and
T.I.
T.I. was posting it and
Lil Wayne.
Wayne. All these big celebrities
Ray
just started.
Healy and-
World Star Hip Hop and then Huffington Post and
Bob Marley
CNN
Archive,
and all.
JamaicasMusic.com. I can go on and on and on and on, and I'm like, wow, this
Well,
is
how did that
amazing.
feel for you guys? Like seeing, I mean, it's just a video, you're recording your baby, and then all of a sudden the world gets it
Let me
and
tell
they
you,
love it.
We got a call from CNN.
Oh my goodness.
They were like, hey, we want your son to be on our first show of HLN and Daily Sheer. And I'm like, my baby? Are you sure you're the right family? Like, then after that, it was Good Morning America. Hey, we want your son to be featured on ABC News Good Morning America. Like,
Was he speaking at this
No.
time? Oh my goodness.
He knew-
a couple of words.
you know,
Right,
mom,
right.
dad, no, Bob.
You would see him express himself in music more than sit down and have a conversation. You'd really see him use his words when he was holding the mic. So the music really opened him up.
It's not just a 2-year-old or 3-year-old knowing songs. He has the mannerisms down.
Yeah.
There is a video,
Oh.
he's like,
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Is he the one who says, well, I want to listen to some Bob or watch some Bob or put that on?
He's more into regular kid cartoons and stuff now. At that time, it was strictly Bob. It was strictly the Marleys. Anything we would play like that is what he was interested in. And then the mannerisms, I think it's really just natural. I mean, he did see a lot of the early videos from YouTube, and then I had a lot of DVDs that I saved over the years of old Bob Marley documentaries and stuff. He would want to fall asleep in his bed, and I'd put that on and set the timer and either let it repeat, and he would just watch it and go to sleep. He would latch on to everything Bob was doing. And then some of it he's never seen, but it's just that's why people say, you know, he's born again. It's like naturally he felt all of those movements himself. Whether or not he saw someone do it before could be argued. But he feels it the same way Bob feels it, and that's how he expresses it. You know what I mean?
Do you guys believe that your baby Myles is
Reincarnated?
Bob Marley?
I think Bob's spirit
It's the
carries
spirit.
on, and he caught a little piece
He
of
caught
it.
some of it.
It's hard to really say which came first, but I think, like she said, it's really Bob's spirit that is born in several generations later. And it's hard to really, I mean, Bob was such a moving and captivating person even 50 years later. So to me, it's not as surprising that this little child who doesn't have the wickedness of the world instilled in him, right? He's pure, right?
Right.
So I think when you teach a child who's pure like that something natural and something humanistic the way Bob was and is, it's a natural response to him to pull closer to it. You know what I mean? If you show them SpongeBob every day, they're going to be into SpongeBob every day. But if you show them something that's pure and real, you can't fight that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, it's not even argued. He has just a little more, whatever it is.
Yes.
However kids are performing or however they act, he has a little more of that. The
True.
passion even.
Yes.
It's nothing intentional.
Oh, I
Right.
see.
You know,
It's kind of like
me and her didn't sit down and say, okay, look, so here's what we're gonna do for this child. We're gonna make him watch this. We're gonna
Right,
play
right.
this. He's gonna eat. We never did that.
Wow.
Certain things are not meant to be understood by man.
yeah.
It's much bigger, you know, whether or not it's Bob born again or not, that's not for me to say.
Right,
I just
right.
give him the canvas and he paints his
Right.
own picture, you know what I mean?
If I see my child kicking the ball out, hey, let me get you a good ball.
Right,
We just support, yeah.
Right. Are you raising Christian in that way?
You know, each kid kind of grows in their own
Yeah.
direction.
Right.
It's from the same root, but one could kind of go this way, one can kind of go this way. So he feels the music, he dances, he sings. He was in the womb listening to the same music that Myles was,
Right.
but his path may be a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Now, how would you say that your individual Caribbean background influenced Myles or influenced you guys?
Yeah, that's 100% what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And then our parents, like my father was a musician, his dad's a musician.
Oh, wow.
My father does Haitian art, and Myles likes to color and play guitar. But he can do that all day and be good. And I think that's part of the DNA too.
Right,
You know,
right.
so that helps a lot.
Hand it down.
Makes it
Yeah.
easier. Yeah.
The only thing you see us do as parents is we're repeating what we saw as children. This is all we know. I remember growing up with my parents. Every single summer we saw the Marleys since I was 5 years old all the way up. So now that we have our kids, if there's a festival going on downtown, we just pack up the car, we bring them. We're regular people. We work regular jobs every day.
Hey, clock in, clock out.
Yeah,
But then you come home to
we come home and
be
it's
parents and
pick
it's-
them up from daycare, come home, they want to go down to the basement, play music. That's our typical daily schedule. That's our lifestyle, you know?
So now, what's next for Myles?
I want him to actually know his chords and know his music, be able to read sheet music, understand, you know, the treble clef, bass clef, understand his chords, all those kind of things.
When people see you guys and they recognize Myles, what does that feel like for you guys as parents?
Unreal.
Yeah,
You're like, us? Like, are you sure you got the right people?
yeah, it's still overwhelming because, like I said, we're not celebrities. We're just
Just
regular
regular
people,
people.
regular friends, regular jobs, and so yeah, when somebody big says they know your son, you're just like, really?
Yeah.
Like, this is a 3-year-old and you guys know who he is? We're still blown away by it.
And I know you guys said, you know, it's something that just came authentically to you.
Yeah.
But there are parents out there who would like their child where Myles is. What advice would you give them?
Nurture it.
Nurture it.
If there was a parent that said, my daughter can sing or my son can sing, you better put that child in some type of school to teach them, because you just never know what might come about.
Right.
But at the same time, let them be children. Let them live. Let them be great. Don't force it
Yeah, you
upon
can't
them.
force anything.
Their only job right now is to be a child and have fun.
Even just the little smallest things like the music that you listen to. Myles is a perfect example of that, where
Kids are sponges.
if they're exposed to it, you never know what can come of it. You got to nurture whatever that talent is.
What do you guys love the most about this entire experience?
The great people we meet.
Yeah.
Like, I've never met so many wonderful and nice people in my life, like people like you,
Stop it.
who come here and we get to do this. It's pretty cool.
I know it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. I remember my dad telling me when I was their age, I hated reggae. I didn't appreciate it until I was probably about 10, 12. So to see him at 1, 2, 3 years old loving reggae
appreciating it.
Right.
is special.
So he has so much farther
To
to go.
go.
Yeah.
Does that scare you or excite you?
Excite.
It's exciting.
excites you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Like if he
Oh.
said today, I don't want to sing, I said, it's fine, it's okay, don't sing, baby.
Really?
Because you got the rest of your life,
Yeah, we don't want
To
him
sing.
to be forced.
you know?
What are the challenges that you guys face?
There's just not enough time in the day.
Not enough time.
Because we got to work.
Yeah.
We got careers,
Yeah.
demands at work. You don't have time left in the day for
Your children.
what's really the most important thing in life.
What doesn't the world get to see?
About Myles, he absolutely loves Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
In his head, some days he thinks he's Spider-Man and Bob at the same time.
Yeah, no, he literally wears both costumes.
Yes, like he goes all the way into his element of fighter, singer.
He's just such a loving person, and he's in every way. He likes to share. He likes to hug his younger brother, and sometimes his younger brother's like, "Get off me!"
I
Seriously.
want a hug today.
And that's the stuff you don't see on videos.
Yeah.
You know.
This is Sue Sadler.
This is Jabari Sadler
And
the Rhythm Sweet.
Sweet. Li dus. Dus.
We'll be right back.